Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
What's up, gamers?
Thanksgiving, gamers. What's up?
Shanksgiving.
No, absolutely. Nope. I do not participate. I do not. Nope.
Here on a Thursday. Gobble gobble, says Bowser.
Special gobble gobble, mother truckers.
Oh my gosh.
We must be stopped. It's just us, man. We're in trouble.
The inmates running the asylum, dude.
Nobody will stop us. Yeah, man. Yeah, we've already had a couple mind meld moments pre-show. Talking about Michael Jackson and, you know,
Darth
separately
Vader's
about smelling stuff. Exactly.
You know, it smelled crazy over there.
Yeah, man. Holy, I cannot believe there are so many people who listen to this.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's like one of the most popular things we do. It's wild, man. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Probably not anymore.
I don't know. I don't really look at that sort of thing.
I mean, now that you and I are doing this, now that we've started.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Locklith is taking her mental health break. Some of y'all probably saw if you're in the Discord.
Yep.
We try to encourage that as much as we can. So Locklith is up. And to be honest, like, it's one of those things where I'm glad she's doing it because, you know, like, it's been a long time since anybody on the team's taken one. So I'm glad Locklith's doing it. So that's why she's not here. Yeah. Yep. Co-signed. We wish her all the best, of course. We love her very much, and she's doing good, taking care of herself. And then Amanda's traveling. It's the
she's like hanging off a cliff or whatever she does when she's not here.
Doing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
how does she celebrate Thanksgiving?
When Amanda's not on the show, she's like, you know, walking a tightrope across two towers or something like that. Like, she's running some obstacle course or something, man.
She's doing that. Her thing. What was that one movie that I think it was just called maybe like Skyscraper 3D or something?
Nice, yeah.
Where was that? Like, it was like a dude like walking. I think like Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it or something.
Man,
like that.
what happened to him? He had a moment there. He had a couple years. He could do no wrong. Like, I guess he was doing that weird crowdfunding thing or crowdsourcing for
Beyond
art.
Good and Evil 2.
I want to say that was weird, but it's
kind of
different,
weird.
I guess. I mean,
that was when I knew. Let me tell you, I like him too. But that was when I knew, like, when he was up on the Ubisoft stage and he was like, send in your art to Beyond Good and Evil. I'm like, okay, things are in a bad way. Like, we're in trouble.
He's just being creative, man. Every now and then you see, like, you know, guys like him or John Mayer, just like, he's going to do some weird stuff. He's just going to be in his feelings a little bit, just sort through some stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah. But I want him back, you know?
I do too.
Christopher Nolan, call that guy up. You got a part for him somewhere in one of those movies. Get him back in.
He was probly in a movie like
JGL.
Last year or something that we just didn't watch.
I know, right? People are like, he's in a movie right now. He's in Wicked.
Yeah, dude. He's like the lion or something. Like, he's in there.
He's the lion. That'd be great.
I gotta give him a quick goog, actually.
Yeah,
what's
man,
he up to?
What's that old JGL up to here on the Nintendo Drive?
Guy.
What's he up to? I like him.
This is okay. I always check the first line. I was like, this is when I'm going to find out that he's a secret Canadian, just like everybody else seems
I could
to
see
be.
it. Tony Baker in the chat says Looper was dope. Looper is an excellent movie. This is us like just usually we save this for the post show, but like we're an accident away from starting a movie podcast. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, we're right there. Oh yeah. He was in the
he was in
that
Wicked.
Pinocchio movie. He was in Wicked.
I mean Disney.
You know. Same thing.
Wait, is Wizard of Oz Disney?
I think they. No, I think
like
it's,
not originally.
I think it's Universal, and you know, maybe minor spoilers. The new movie opens with like a kind of throwback Universal logo, it's emulating Wizard of Oz and whatnot.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. Minor spoiler. Good God.
It's literally the first thing you see. He was in 3 movies this year. So.
Oh, really? He's a busy guy. We're like, come back.
I guess
he's like,
never
I'm right
anywhere.
here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
anyways. Yeah.
Maybe we should start a movie podcast so I pay closer attention to that sort of thing.
No, you know.
Pretty dialed in on this whole Nintendo stuff.
Hey, guess what? If Joseph Gordon-Levitt, if you dare us to start a movie podcast, if you want us to keep up with your career,
you or John Leguizamo, I'll do it for John Leguizamo. Yep,
I would
Luigi, definitely.
I love him. Okay.
Well, this is how this show's going to be tonight. So strap on in, everybody.
Would you welcome a little bit of housekeeping?
Thank God, it's a disaster in here. So please,
what do you think? All right.
Yeah, I think yes. I think yes.
Okay, come on in with the housekeeping. Yeah, on 32. Just a Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, of course.
Podcast, of course.
Joseph's. My apologies. I missed that. Yawn 32. Soft J's around here. For anybody new who's wondering what's going on, every now and then, maybe every I don't know,
we'll catch
14
up.
Weeks or so, we'll just bring everybody up to speed in case you're new within the last 14 weeks, and we'll set a timer for this.
We should hire whoever the actor was that did previously on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my gosh, you could do that. You could definitely.
I guess I could.
Yes.
Yeah, and just have somebody narrate what's happened in the past X amount of months of Carpool gaming.
Okay, but honestly, that would be great. Yawn 32 can put it together. He's our historian, I think.
He's the lore keeper. Yeah,
yes.
He's the keeper of the lore.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
You want to?
All right.
What are we doing? Housekeeping?
Doing housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Okay. Housekeeping.
I did confirm this with Nagachaka before tonight's show. The Xenoblade 3 community spoiler cast.
Oh.
It's happening, everybody.
Nice.
It is confirmed, official. It's happening next Tuesday,
Oh.
December 3rd. So if you're listening on free feeds, I think that's tomorrow when you listen on free feeds.
Yep.
December 3rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time in the Carpool Gaming Discord. So come hang out.
With
be
me.
with us. Yeah, you going to be there?
I'm going to be there. I can't remember
too.
anything about Xenoblade. I'm going to be there, though.
I'll be there for the party, though.
I'll be there for the party and the chips.
Yeah.
And the pop.
Yeah, pop and chips. Yeah.
And the parents.
We'll do a little PCP.
Yeah, PCP, Pop, Chips, and Parents Party. That's right. Well, PCP for the Xenoblade spoiler cast. Now, this is not being recorded for anything. This is
I don't know. I guess.
Exclusively
right?
off. I don't think we're recording anything. I think I saw we had 8 people say they were coming.
Wow.
Make it 15, everybody. Let's double it. -1.
Pump those numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pump them up.
Yep.
Anyway,
Get those numbers
hope to
up.
see you there.
Yep.
Hope to see you there. Tuesday, December 3rd at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Okay. We got that going on. We also have just a few days left. November is sands in the hourglass. It's dwindling away, Sean.
Oh, I hate sand.
November.
It gets everywhere.
November is dwindling away.
I got him on that one.
Yeah. Well, it made me, you know what it was? It made me think of us watching Star Wars the other night, is what it made me think of.
Yeah. Good times.
That was good times. Maybe we'll talk about that at some point.
Maybe we will.
But November, the end of November is going to also be the end of the Extra Life merch. Extra Life 2024 merch, carpoolgaming.com. Some of the best merch we've ever had over there. Goes away at the end of November. They leave on December 1st. So head on over there and get them while you still can. Carpoolgaming.com. And of course, if you're looking to buy some presents to give to chat as well, here whenever we're live on Twitch, you can gift merch to chat too. So that's always really cool. We got mugs, we got shirts and stickers and stuff, and it's really good. That banner mug, people have been enjoying that. People have been posting pictures of that, and that's been cool to see. Apparently,
it's surprising people on the size of it, which I'm not.
Yeah.
Did we make one that was extraordinarily huge? I feel like it's a mug-sized mug.
I think it's 15 ounces.
That's good. I mean, that's damn near a pint, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is a pint.
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, somebody at work today threw out a Lord of the Rings reference in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. He's just like, what do you say? Keep it hidden, keep it safe. I was like, what was it? Stop the meeting. What was that? And the 3 dorks in the room, we all just like, did we just become best friends? And the one cool person on the screen was like, what's happening right now? We're like, he did a Lord of the Rings thing. It was great.
That's
it was a good
awesome.
moment. Yeah.
Lord of the Rings might be the next late night drunken Discord watch party. We should do Lord of the Rings.
Let's do it tonight. Let's just do it tonight.
Let's just do it tonight.
I'm in one of those moods. I would really need that. I could really use it. I still got beer left over in the fridge.
There you go. Bowser says I'm in.
So, Bowser's going to bed in like 14 minutes. What is she talking about? This tough chick over here. I love you, Bowser.
Well, Bowser probably doesn't have work tomorrow.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's like a holiday for you guys and stuff.
Yeah, it's American Thanksgiving over here.
I'm going straight to work. Nice.
Yeah, Bowser took a post-turkey nap, so there you go.
Post-turkey nap. That sounds amazing.
It is amazing. You get
I'd have like gravy on my chin. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, what's that stuff? Is it like tryptamine or tryptophan or something that's in
the
it
makes you sleepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nothing like a turkey nap.
Get a whole jar of it. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, pick up your merch before it goes away.
I love this show so much, dude.
And of course, it's going to leave December 1st to make way for the return, the triumphant return, the last chance return of the Xenobabes shirt. By popular demand, we'll be bringing that back for the month of December. But before then, Before then, Black Friday is happening. So
yes,
tomorrow, in fact, I'm probably going to set it like all live at midnight Eastern tonight, just like right there for Black Friday. We're running a Black Friday promotion on the store, 20% off your entire order over $20, and the Anyways shirt will be coming back one day only.
One day. It's one of my favorite shirts, equally as good as all the other shirts we've ever done. Pretty dang good, that Anyways shirt. And yeah, we've got to do the whole like above such a dollar amount because honestly, guys, like we started looking at the numbers and we've been losing a lot of money on this merch for the last little while, dude. We started looking at these things like, hey, man, these things are flying off the shelf. Why are we broke? Jesus.
When we started selling the mug, I was like, oh my God, we've sold so many mugs. Let me see how this is all going. And we were like negative X amount of dollars or whatever. It's like, oh,
look,
this is probably
we've been happily giving free shipping to patrons for this. Yeah. I think this is where this happened. And patrons is not to make you feel bad about it. I'm glad you guys got free shipping. But we don't know how to do math and we didn't discover it until afterwards. So
we found out real quick.
We need to make a bit of a change there on the merch side. So, you know, we're still a bunch of, well, I'll take it on this one. Like I didn't run my Excel spreadsheets, you know, Seth. I didn't do the damn thing. So
it's all good. No, it's all good. We're honestly just happy. It's worth it, and we're happy to see people getting their pictures in and stuff. But anyway, Jan says the shipping's expensive. That's why it turns out a lot of the profit comes from the shipping. Yeah, so that's where it comes down to. But anyway,
in other news, we're going to bankruptcy. We've been running a completely unsustainable operation over here.
We'd like to announce that we're thousands of dollars in the hole.
Yeah, we're going to Chapter 11.
Black Friday happening. Go ahead and take advantage of that.
Golly.
20% off your order. Pick up your Anyways shirt, pick up your Extra Life merch, and get 20% off your order while you're at it. Good for put them in the stocking, you know? Put a little mug in the stocking.
Definitely.
I could see
for yourself.
Yeah, for your own stocking.
Yeah.
You know?
Like wrap it up and then open it later on Christmas.
Yeah. TPR makes a great point. People talk about Chapter 11, but they never ask about Chapter 12. Like, what happens in Chapters 1 through 10 levels of
everything's
bankruptcy? Great.
You're getting all these patrons buying all your mugs, and then they're getting free shipping. That's what's happening. I just told you.
Then you get to 11
we forgot
and
to do the part of the show where we talk about like what led to us like right before we start recording. Last week I had all this excitement and everything, and my mother-in-law, like she fell and everything, and not that we have anything this week, but it reminded me of that, you know?
Well, I can tell you what I just did before.
Oh, right before? Yeah. What brings us to now, Seth?
Very mediocre. It's nothing exciting at all.
Yeah, just the normal life.
Well, we got some food from H-E-B. H-E-B is kind of like a Kroger. I don't know if y'all have Kroger up there.
We don't, but I know Kroger is.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
I learn about your culture. You guys have no idea about anything up here.
We're very close-minded.
Like, yeah.
We're like, whatever's up there is weird and unusual.
And we'll tax it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But we went to H-E-B and they have a bunch of pre-made like meals and you just like stick them in the oven.
Okay.
And we got this chicken parmesan pasta from there.
Ooh.
And we made that and ate it, and it was mid. It was fine. It was all right.
The steps.
And then
we got it. We made it. We ate it.
That.
Yeah. Okay.
we ate that. I took my dog out and, filled up my water bottle, and here we are, Sean.
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. We had delicious dinner, like veggies and roasted veggies and some chicken. It was very good. And the highlight really was when I got home, I gave my kids just a nice extended hug. You know what I mean?
Aw.
Just a nice
Love an extended hug.
Love it when they don't go like, get away from me. I want to go do something else. They're here for the hug, and it was nice. So
they're into it still.
Thankful for that on this here American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
We celebrate
I got
too.
I got to see my family yesterday. We celebrated a day early because my dad went back to work today.
Oh.
And that was good. It was good to see them. It was nice to eat good food. Got to see my little brother and sister, my nephews.
I'm glad.
My mom. Yeah.
Oh,
it was
shout
nice.
out to mom. My moms.
Yeah, shout out to mom. Yeah, the moms.
Yep.
Love my mom. She's awesome.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your mom.
Anyways. You love my mom?
I love your mom. Yeah.
Aw, that's sweet.
She made
I'll
you.
tell her you said that.
I will.
She did. She did.
Yeah, good job.
She made a lot
Tell
of...
her, say, nicely job, and she'll be like, he can stop
Well
talking to me
done.
now. Yep.
My
that
mom and
brings
I are
us to
very
now.
similar. My mom and I are very, very similar. So
Bearded.
Probably. Yeah, we both have beards.
Podcaster.
We have the same Dragon Quest tattoo.
Dragon Quest tattoo.
Yeah, same thing.
Yep. Loves a good Yeti mic.
Yeah, could you imagine? I wanted to do a podcast with my mom. I still want to do a podcast with my mom.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's one of those things where like I feel like I want to podcast with basically everybody that I love. So I just have these like totems,
Mm-hmm.
I like just capturing these things, and I do want to do a podcast with my mom at some point.
You should.
So get her guest on this
Joseph
show.
Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, she probably doesn't know who that is.
Yeah. Until she sees him.
Idea.
Nobody knows names.
She might recognize him. She'll be like, oh, it's Robin.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? My mom's name is Robin, as it turns out.
There
too.
it is. Yeah,
So
shout out to
it
Robin.
is. There's the connection. Anyways.
Anyway, okay. This is a Nintendo podcast. I'm not intentionally being ridiculous about it. Are we still in housekeeping? Is there more housekeeping
I guess.
to do?
I think that's all the housekeeping.
Okay, close it up. Get out of here, housekeeping lady.
Get out of here, man.
The end. Goodness gracious.
Oh, goodness. Fulia says the Bobby Extra Life tattoo is in pre-production.
Nice.
And that
Pre-pro.
she'll be tattooed soon.
Amazing.
Very good.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that. Let's
Well,
go.
we'll probably have to keep up this operation for quite a bit longer if she's going to be permanently inked with it.
Yeah, wouldn't that be messed up? Like, hey, Fulia, so sorry. We have some news.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're
like the day after she gets tattooed. We're
right
closing
before
up,
Christmas, the day before Christmas. We're closing up shop, and also we need $75 from each of you to make up for the damages.
We need to collect from everybody.
Yeah, please. Yep.
Oh goodness. Well, you want to talk about
see
video
you,
games?
Seth. Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah. Thanks. Yes, let's talk about video games. That is the video game podcast. We're here. Carpool Gaming is for video
Thou
games.
shalt
Yes.
talk about video games.
Yes, let's. Before we do that, Seth,
Pin it.
I need to let the people know. I feel like they're not taking me seriously about this.
Okay.
I don't think people are understanding the majesty, the wonder, the expertise, the just pure quality of the podcast known as Bit Harmony.
Aw.
I'm completely addicted. It does take me 9 days to listen to an episode. It requires me to flip back and forth between my normal almost 2 times speed when you're talking to 1 time speed for the music.
Yeah.
But I do it. Okay. I'll tell you this much. That part, real pain in the ass. And I can't, but I don't want that to dissuade people. It's worth it. You guys go into, it is an amazing 4-hour journey for these shows.
Well, thank you.
This isn't, because I think, look, this is where I just turn into like aggressive me for no reason.
I saw
just
the
that,
shift on your face.
Look,
because it was at first it was so happy.
I'm going to be critical for a second, okay?
Look,
listen, Seth, listen here, all right? Because you say it's a music podcast, and it is.
Yeah.
But it's so much more. It's so much more than just a video game music podcast. Listen here, listeners, okay? I don't know if this is the last episode. I don't even know where I am in this journey. It's an episode, the last one I'm listening to, I'm almost near the end, is about Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. and I am loving this episode very, very much. You and Matt do an incredible job, but you don't just talk about this game. You talk about the whole series. You talk about Rare. You talk about a brief moment where Seth, listeners, I bet you didn't know this if you're into just Carpool and not listening to All In. Did you know that Seth had a moment in time, an era, where he was deep into sea shanties, deep into sea shanties. So not only did you drop that, but kudos to your co-host, Matt, who goes, stop the vehicle now. We're not moving past this. What does that mean? You're into sea shanties?
He goes, hang on. No. Shut up. He goes, what are you talking about, man?
Wait, what does that mean? Incredible. Yes, I felt compelled. I needed to call you guys just this morning, actually, as I was getting my coffee at McDonald's. So I maybe will be on the next episode or in a future episode. I don't know, but just doing whatever I can to get more eyes on this dang show, man. Thanks. It is so good. Listen, what did we do on this show? There's no plan. There's no, like, we got like bullet points on the games we played, and we got some housekeeping. We're kind of organized there. We got a Black Friday sale and blah, blah, blah. It's nothing like this. Bit Harmony, a video game podcast. If you haven't already added this to your podcast app, if you haven't already gone to patreon.com/allinmedia, what are you doing with your life? I'm done being aggressive with Seth. I'm being aggressive with the listener. What are you doing? It is so unique. It's so special. It's not just a bunch of hooligans. These guys actually know what they're talking about. There's a point where they're talking about key changes and why it's good, what makes it like. And I listen. You can tell. I listen.
You do. I can tell.
I'm not. This is off the top of the dome. I got no notes on your show. It's just, I really like it. It's very rare for me to find a podcast that is done so well and demands attention. Any of us can do a show like this. This is as easy as it gets.
Yeah, this is pretty easy.
Bit Harmony, not easy. And you guys have a great time. You're doing a great job, man.
It's very fun. Well, I appreciate you saying, and this is classic me. I instantly want to deflect.
Oh, it's just Matt. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's not me.
Well, all of the research and all that's Matt, and Matt produces the show. And so, like, I think that some of that energy comes from, like, I get to just kind of show up and play, you know, like I just kind of get to show up and just talk, and all the like notes and the research, like he's so good about that. And
it's so good.
Yeah, he's just like he's an expert. I'm very lucky to get to do that show with him. So I'm glad it comes through. I'm glad you like it.
Well, because I think I didn't listen to it for a while. I talked about why I jumped into it with Tetris Effect, and I want to like share that with other people who might hear like, oh, it's a video game music podcast, and that might sound like so niche. And it's just like, I'm telling you guys, like, if that's what you're thinking, it's not. There is music there. You guys do a great job breaking down the best songs and like what makes it special and how it enhances the game and blah blah blah. But like, it's so much more. It's such an entertaining couple of hours, man. It's great. You guys have done an amazing job. So shout out, man. Yeah,
I appreciate that a lot. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Watch out, Sean. Matt is taking over Seth. Oh man,
probably.
I don't know. Got to make you guys fight. Got to get you in the arena. You know, see how that goes.
See, that's what people want. I'm taking this route. Okay?
The higher route. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, it's excellent and everybody should listen to it, honestly. And I'm not doing that actually for any reason. It's just that's what you guys deserve, you know?
I appreciate that.
Because I don't think that, when else do we get to do this sort of thing? You might like tweet about it, like, oh, I really like this. But like, you know, some people listen to this podcast and maybe they haven't checked it out yet. Maybe they're like, I'm not much of a music person. Number one, yes, you are. Number two, you don't have to be. Just listen.
Yeah, it is funny. So I think a lot of people kind of maybe undervalue the impact that music actually has on video games. And a lot of people would be like, I don't really care about music in video games. Like, I think you actually probably care more than you expect.
100%.
You know? And
and I would say I count myself as someone who cares about music and video games, and I still wasn't like, and also don't just choose the episodes that you're interested in. This is like the whole thing. I started with Tetris Effect, so maybe start with a game that you know you love the music, because you guys have done a number of episodes here, but then just like keep on the train tracks right there, man. It's all good. It's all good.
We the reason that show goes for so incredibly long is because we just wind up telling like personal stories, and
it's great.
That time I was into sea shanties and stuff.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That episode has a fun little Easter egg at the end of it. So once you
I'm almost
keep listening.
Yeah, what's the Jonathan Frakes show you guys talked
about?
Oh,
Beyond Belief.
Beyond Belief, dude. Oh my god, there's a whole like side tangent about that.
We do a lot of tangents, yeah.
Which I love it. And now this show is becoming like a commentary on another podcast, which has also been one of my dreams. One time in my life, I'd love to do a running podcast that is about other podcasts. I think that would be
amazing.
Great. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Let me just do 60 minutes on like the podcast I listen to. So what podcast?
Yeah.
Like not what you playing, like what you listening to. Wow, this week on PSVG, this happened. You know.
Are there people doing that? Does that exist?
I think
we should claim that.
We gotta stop giving away ideas for free, dude. I know. Zip it. Zip it up.
All right. People listen to this.
Live audience, keep it to yourself. We're gonna.
You were here.
Yeah. 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 If you see anybody else fire this up in the next 3 days.
You'll know.
Yeah. We got a log. Pull up a log. What do you mean? That's secretive. Like, they'll launch it.
I keep receipts for this stuff, dude. It's happened before, I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
All right?
Yep. We have all these great ideas, and then it shows up on another YouTube channel. It's fine. I mean, kudos to them. We never got around to it, so whatever.
I mean, you know, it takes the wind out of your sails a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So I wanted to bring that up in the like what you playing section because it's like such a significant investment of my time.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah,
it's like I've been playing this. This is what I've been
playing
focused
your
on.
Very long podcast.
I love it, man. It's so. How often does it come out? How often do you guys do a drop?
We do it bi-weekly. So the two kind of like main shows on All Ends Network is the KoopaCast and Bit Harmony, and they trade off
also very
weeks.
good. Nice.
So that's how it works.
Very good. Okay.
Thanks, dude.
You talked nicely about one of my shows now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. The Nintendo Drive.
The one I'm on.
The
one. This one right now?
Yeah, this one. This one's great.
Goodness gracious. Well, talk to me about video games. I saw you were streaming the other day. I didn't get to pop in very much, but I did see you were streaming that Donkey Kong Land.
Okay.
Over there. Tell me about this.
More just me sweating out of my face while I get excited to tell you guys about stuff, man.
Let's go.
Donkey Kong Land. Listen, Mr. Nintendo, Mr. President of Nintendo, you're doing a great job over there. Reggie.
That's Reggie.
Reggie Fils-Aimé still making things happen over there. Reggie, I see what you're doing, and I love it. The Donkey Kong Land love on NSO, it is very much appreciated by this little shy little Canadian boy. Okay, this was my first Donkey Kong Land, of course, my first ever game I bought on Game Boy. I bought it with my green Game Boy, yellow cartridge, amazing stuff. And I'm proud to say, Seth, very pleased to say, this game, I don't know if you agree, it completely holds up.
Does it? I was hoping so.
I think it does. And now listen, okay, if you weren't already listening.
Listen, I'm listening.
Listen. I'm probably most nostalgic for this game. It probably doesn't even come close for really anything on Game Boy, so take that into account. However, I'm playing it now. It's been literally decades since I've played Donkey Kong Land. I'm playing it on all sorts of different modes, as you're able to do on NSO, like the old, terrible Game Boy graphics. You can have the Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, clean it up a little bit as well. And so I was streaming it with the Game Boy Color, which differentiates the background with the characters. Very helpful, by the way. Because, back in the day, it was very, very challenging to see what was blending into the background. Kind of tough to see because it's a Super Nintendo game that's on the Game Boy somehow. It's just... it's
pretty miraculous.
It's magic. Yes. Yeah. This is wizardry at its best. So graphically, incredible. Musically, it's 8-bit music chomping out of this thing. And it sounds great. I absolutely love it. Gameplay works. You got all the secrets. You're collecting KONG, spells Kong every level. You got all the different, ropes are hidden everywhere. You're gonna always go left first. You're gonna jump up and go to the left at the start of every level just to see if there's any sort of secret back there. You're not gonna trust any end goal thing. It's like that isn't the real one. Not all the time. There's sometimes you go past it and there's a real secret over there. So that you finish the level and it's got a gigantic exclamation point at the end that tells you got everything. And that's what I'm doing with this game, Seth. I'm in the second world. I'm in whatever pyramid, temple world. There's a lot of swimming levels, I guess, in this version of the game. And I, in a row. You're just at least 2 in a row. 2 swimming levels. Yeah, kind of strange, right?
That is a little strange. They usually break them up in the in country.
Not in land. It's condensed.
The land, it's all water.
Dude, I'm loving it. It's so good. And it doesn't feel like a lot of Game Boy games kind of felt back in the day, where it's like this really, really stripped down version of the real game. I feel like I'm playing like a legitimate, just alternate like game here.
Totally.
It's just another way of playing Donkey Kong Countries. Not the same game at all, but like a lot of similarities. Same enemies, like same kind of like biomes, of course. This is not entirely different, but I'm really loving my time with it. And it's probably the most I've played out of any game on Game Boy NSO. Is this one. And I kind of intend on beating it. Like I think that's the biggest thing for me is a lot of times I play these NSO games and I just get a little taste. You know, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's fun.
A little 5-minute hit of dopamine, move on. Yeah.
Yep, those were the days. And then I cry about my past being better than my no. I have a just kidding. Just kidding.
Here, let that be the message on this Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Things were better then.
Man, when we were kids, that was the best. That was real good. No, my life is wonderful. But NSO, they're bringing it. And I can't wait to play Donkey Kong Land 2 because I've never actually played it before. I never got that one
either.
Yeah. So shout out to that. Shout out to Donkey Kong Land.
Hell yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
I got to get on
feels
that.
Good.
I was very excited when I saw it. I thought of you instantly, of course.
Thank you.
And I had to tag you in the Discord, but I haven't booted it up myself yet. I'm
glad I did. Sometimes these things happen and it's like, oh, that's great. That game is on NSO. And it's like, you never even give it the like 30 seconds. Totally.
Yeah.
So that's great. Oh, housekeeping, by the way, jumping back 3 segments. Housekeeping.
Please.
Patreon's at the exclusive tier. That's the $5 tier and up. You guys are going to want to check out your feed, okay? On Wednesday of this week, Nagachaka and I released an episode of him and I discussing our not buying video games in 2024. And I dare say, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about myself. Sean, I shall say Nagachaka. That was a great episode you did, man.
Hell
that was
dude.
Really, really good. Just talking about our different journeys, our different takeaways, how our different rules that we have for this year, how that showed up in a little bit differently. Him and I, our different journeys in our content creation. This is his first year being a content creator, and how not buying brand new games like impacted him completely differently from me, where I've just like, I'm old and jaded and kind of a little bit tired of feeling like I've always got to keep up, with the latest release, where, I think he was in a bit of a different spot there. So very cool. But the reason I bring that up is because I think that's what allowed me to play this one. I had a nice opening, because I wasn't playing the latest game. I wasn't buying games. I wasn't distracted. It's like, yeah, I've got a nice opening here. So another win for the old strategy that we had this year.
Let's go. I can't wait to listen to that, dude.
Yeah, get on it.
I can't wait.
What are you doing?
No, it's in the queue. It's probably the next podcast I'll listen to. I haven't listened to anything or really done much of anything here lately, but it's like the journey that you have both gone on. Like, I love that he, for really no reason, just like decided to do it too. He was
he gets into the reasons. He gets into it in the show. Yeah, he'll get into it. Yeah, spoilers for our discussion.
Well, I'm glad.
You want to spoil the discussion.
I'm glad that he gets into it. I'm glad that he talks about why he did it in the first place.
It was so good because I never get to podcast with him either. Like that was great. We got to just hang out for a little bit, squeeze in about 90 minutes with each other. It was good stuff, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Land, Nagachaka, Bit Harmony. Life is good, man. Got my Diet Pepsi.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're rolling. Well, tell me about. I saw you're playing a little Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
And how's this going?
I'm enjoying it very, very much.
Yeah, it is Mario Odyssey after all.
It is Mario Odyssey. Yeah, just here's the breaking coverage for 2017.
2017's Mario Odyssey is good. Trademark.
It's a good game. It's a good video game. This is going to send me on a journey, though, Seth. And I'm glad we're here together to talk about it, because you know me, like I've tried getting into this game. I've played the beginning of it countless times since 2017. And for whatever reason, I always kind of like fall off, and there's a whole bunch of reasons for that, I'm sure. But right now, I'm just playing it, and I'm kind of just enjoying being Mario and jumping around and collecting moons, and that's it.
Hell yeah.
I'm just liking it. I know, and people are like, well, what else is there? And it's like, I don't know exactly. Like sometimes, especially with somehow this relates to Star Wars as well. Like when a franchise or a thing is as prominent and important in our lives, you kind of like demand that it changes your life every single time, right? And that's not to take away from Mario Odyssey at all, but just allowing it to be like what it is I think I'm just approaching this in a different way.
Different mindset.
I think so. But I am going back and forth on whether or not during the stream I was going after every moon. I'm like, I'm not leaving this world until I get, or this kingdom until I get every moon. And then I got to the next world or the next space and it's like 75 moons or something crazy like that. And I'm like,
yeah, it's a lot.
I'm like, and I'm having trouble getting to like the halfway point. So I don't know if I'm going to carry on with that. I could see that being a little tiresome, to be honest with you.
Sure.
So I might abandon that. But yeah, I'm at, New Donk City. I've done a bunch of stuff. I've gone off to a whole bunch of different things, and I've seen New Donk City before. I don't remember if I've gone too much past it. But yeah, Mario, this feels like necessary. I think is more than anything. It's like, I probably should complete this. I should roll credits on this before the Switch 2 comes out. And if I'm going to be doing it in a year where I'm not buying new games anyways, and like, this all seems to fit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like the point you made, because I do think that a lot of people like put there is a certain emphasis that's put on these like Mario and Zelda, and this has to be some massive like life-changing experience and blah blah blah, and even like Mario Galaxy I feel like is like still weirdly put on that pedestal for people. Like people still kind of look at it as this like kind of operatic, beautiful experience or something, and maybe in some ways it is.
Funny you use a music term sort of like to launch into that, because I think it is the music. I think the music does a lot of heavy lifting for that game, right? Yeah,
for sure. And like, but there is something to be said. Like, and as a matter of fact, it was when I was doing my Mario Wonder video, I went back into a lot of these old Mario games just to capture footage for the video.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh yeah, it is kind of fun to like remove yourself from like the whatever pedestal you put these games on 100%. And just go in there and just toy around and just play with it like a video game.
I know, weird, right?
And it's funny because I think that we like elevate these things so much in our head, we can actually almost like intimidate ourselves by it. Like it feels like something like, if I don't have this like life-changing, like, momentous experience with it, then like I'm like, something's wrong with me or something like that.
Well, yeah. And I mean, like, I'm being quite positive on it, but I would probably break it down. It's kind of very similar to what I was doing with Pokemon Arceus, and I would love to see if I'm able to carry this through, because with Pokemon Arceus, I just felt like I was doing stuff, like checking out boxes and filling out the Pokedex and stuff like that. I am worried that is exactly what could happen with Mario Odyssey, right? And so I kind of have to figure that out in terms of, do I just get the minimum number of moons and go on to the next thing, and will I have fun doing that, and then go back and clean up if I want to? I was playing downstairs last night with my wife. She was sitting next to me, and she was surprised to see me play it. She doesn't listen to the show, so she's like, "What is this? What are you doing here? What is this?"
Yeah.
She's not a fan, and it's funny because I was just kind of like playing it, and she was just pointing out all the things she dislikes about the game. And it's easy to fall victim to that. I'm like, I mean, like, there's a lot of things she's pointing out that I don't disagree with.
Wrong. Yeah.
Because the moons they're not the stars from Mario 64. I can't believe I'm going into detail about Mario Odyssey in 2024, but here we are.
I love it.
It's not like jumping into the painting and you've got like the point of this run. Totally. That might just be the best model of like the best like framework or approach to a Mario game there ever is, there ever will be. I don't know if there's anything that's better than that. I won't even get into whether or not I like Mario 64 better or worse than other games, but I think the like open world, so to speak, or open zone, if you're going to borrow from Sonic, I feel like that works very nicely. You jump in, you pick the star that you're going after, you do the sort of like objective for that, and it's a nice way that they, reused the same, what would you call it? Like the same map, I guess, like the same area.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Same level. Yeah. Well, and it's funny because it's, ostensibly that is a breakdown of like how do you make a 2D Mario, the feel of a 2D Mario level with an objective and endpoint
100%
in 3D. It's that way.
And there's some of that obviously with the moons. Like there's some you're getting pointed in that direction, but I mean, like I'm just having fun throwing my cappy at all these different things and stacking up Goombas and being these caterpillars that kind of like inch their way across. It's good stuff, man. I'm liking it. Mario Odyssey.
There's definitely, to your point, there's definitely an argument to be made of like the moons feeling undervalued because you're just like tripping over them, right?
Totally. Like, I stumbled on a speed runner getting all them doing like a all moon speed run kind of thing, and it's crazy. They're everywhere. Like if you know where you're going, like they're just like and I can't spot any of them. I'm like, I can't believe how bad at this game I am. So, yeah.
It does create moments though. Like I remember the like Forest Kingdom or whatever. The first time I went there, and I guess this is Wooded Kingdom. Yeah. The first time I went there, I remember like going after some purple coins on like the edge of like this tree trunk, like that you start off on, and accidentally falling off. I'm like, oh my god, like I died. And it's like, no, there's a whole other area down there with its own set of like, coins and
really
like that's where like the T-Rex is and stuff, and like the game never tells you to go down there.
Damn. I gotta go back and look.
Dude, it's just you just fall off. Like if you just jump off the edge, you go to another whole area of the game, and little stuff like that. Like had like if the game did like kind of railroad you or structure you in any way, you wouldn't have moments like that. So I get it. Like I see both sides of that.
Yeah,
argument.
I think that's what I'm enjoying most about it. Like the just pure discovery of it. Like when I just sit down, I've got no agenda. I'm just gonna like sit down and play until I'm kind of done playing. I mean, there's something kind of childish about it, honestly. It's something kind of innocent about just like, I'm just going to play, and it's not going to be like I'm done in a certain chapter. There's no like part of the game telling me like, you're done now. It's just like, I'll just go run around and see how much I can find. And then that's kind of it. And if I'm kind of feeling like I've hit a dry spot where I'm not finding any more moves, I'm not making any progress, I probably got enough at that point to move on to the next kingdom, and I'll just keep playing from there. So that's been kind of fun. It's the right time. This is the other thing.
Yeah,
man, you guys got to listen to this Patreon exclusive show over at patreon.com. The idea of what would you play next if you were to do like our tournament bracket kind of thing. If you listed a game of, if you had a list of 16 games and one of those games was like the next game that's coming out, would that game win the tournament bracket? Or would it get buried by, I don't know, pick like whatever game you want to actually play? Is the only reason you're playing it because it's coming out, or is it like the top of the list, genuinely?
Right.
So we kind of explore that a little bit. So,
wow,
I'm going to do that next year, I think.
That sounds like a good exclusive podcast on patreon.com/carpoolgaming.
It's totally exclusive. None of it shows up here for free on the Nintendo
just
Drive.
Talk about a bunch of it.
Oh, our podcast about podcasts continues.
Yeah. I mean, you could, if one wanted to, they could get a 7-day free trial to the exclusive tier.
Oh, that's right. Free. Yeah.
Check it out for free. So there is that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Nice.
I think that's it for me, man. Is that the end of the show, or do you want to talk about games that you've been playing? Or
well, before we move on to what I've been playing, I'll pin that for just a moment.
Oh, okay, of course.
Because at Sean's request, I would like to ask the audience, how are you liking it so far?
Oh yeah. So, how do you like it? Thank you.
How do you like it so far?
Yep.
Yeah. Just
right into the camera too. Thank you.
Just stop. Look straight into the camera and ask the audience how they're liking it so far.
What do you think?
We can wait.
I don't know if it worked out as well as I wanted it to, but thank you for doing it.
It makes me happy. Yeah, and by the way, I mentioned this last week on the show that I needed to redo the Patreon ad for the free feeds, and I did do it. Yeah. So y'all get to hear it twice.
I can't.
So there you go.
So what did you think?
So what'd you think? It's the best. Okay. We posted for questions, Star Athena. If you want to get one in, you still can.
I think Star Athena is speaking to the fact that I asked you to close out the show, and we have not done questions. We haven't done. We're not even close. We are absolutely nowhere close to the end of the show.
Please.
Yeah. Come on.
Look, buckle up.
Listen.
Okay, listen. I got a few things actually to mention to give a quick mensch here on the show. First of all, there's a new update for that Super Monkey Ball : Banana Rumble, Sean.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And I've been digging into that. It's a Seth game. It's one of my favorite games of the year. I've been where do I have it right now? I have a rolling list. Not to spoil any, end of the year stuff, but it ranks high. I'll just say that.
Oh.
It's currently number 4. It might move up. We'll find out. But they put out a new update this past week, just like yesterday. At the time we record this, and it added a bunch of new ultimate EX, like super hard stages to the game. So I've been digging through that, and they added finally, I don't know why the game didn't ship with this, a quick restart. For the love of God.
Oh, yeah.
A quick restart, dude.
Yeah.
That finally has it now. I'm like, oh, thank you.
See? So why are we playing games on day one? You know what I mean?
I mean, here we go. The game came out in June, and here we are in November. We got a quick restart.
Yeah.
Maybe
pretty core.
Dude, I've been asking them to add single stage leaderboards, so maybe in 6 more months I'll get that, and the game will feel complete.
Keep sending in those letters, Seth. Keep signing them. Keep putting the stamp on it, driving it over to the post office. You keep sending those letters, man.
But you know what? It's a great hat to John Sega, whoever runs the show.
Come on, Reggie, what are you doing over there? Get that.
Blame Reggie for that too.
Reggie does everything.
He was he was CEO of Pizza Hut before Nintendo.
Oh, he's an accomplished man.
Yeah.
That Reggie,
Yeah, he's done a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much to say other than that. It's out and it's good, and I love that game a lot.
Yes,
so
you do. Very nice.
Playing that.
Love it.
I did stream a little bit of Shin-Chan: Shiro and the Coal Town. And I wanted to shout this out, not even necessarily just because of the game. Shouts to Darth Vader burning on the screen right now. If you're not watching the video, we have a Yule log up on the screen right now. Which I told Sean about. When I came into the chat tonight, the room tonight before we started, Sean had a real Yule log up. And I was like, hey, do you know they have a Darth Vader version of this in Return of the Jedi when, spoilers, Darth Vader dies and they set him on fire?
No.
And
8 hours of this. Yep.
Here you just throw that on the TV and it's quite cozy. Yep. And what the great thing about it though is it starts off with the actual scene. Mm-hmm. It starts off as normal and it just hangs there for 8 hours.
It's very possible that this couple of frames that we're showing here gets demonetized.
The copyright.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Normally, I would be bringing up the game that you're talking about, but instead, I'll just bring up this cozy little campfire we got here. Yeah.
No, that's A-okay. Yeah. Well, okay. I didn't even want to talk about the game as much as the fact that while I was streaming it, the best thing about it was Sean was in both my chat and Locklith's chat because she was streaming at the same time, and he had us both up on screen and was talking to us both and also to each other about each other. Yes,
it was excellent. I made content out of your content. I put you guys against each other. It was. I wish I recorded it. I wish I had some sort of I should have recorded my screen and everything. It was excellent, dude. If I do say so myself, it was like an audience of one. You guys were performing. It was great. Yep.
Yeah,
nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I love Rise Against. I love that song.
Man. Hell yeah.
Anyway. So the game itself is fun, but that was the best part of that stream. Let's be real. That was we were because Locklith had started her stream at the same time as mine, and so I was just making a stink about it for really no reason, and then Sean was leaning into it, and then Bowser comes in and she's like, "Well, Locklith's had a schedule out since November 18th," and I was like, "Okay."
Yep. Yeah. We tried to start a beef between the two of you.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. Yeah.
It was good. Game itself was fun. I will say, I was told by, I think it was Matt told me, because he had played it when it first came out, and he was like, yeah, it's not really like the original one, the first Shin-Chan game that came out, a year or two ago. And it kind of is a lot like that game. I don't know what he's really talking about. I mean, it's got more side quests.
The most unnecessary just to dunk on him. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me bring in.
It's pretty similar.
Insert a comment just to dunk on it.
No. But it's pretty similar to me. I have not played through the full game, but I played 4 hours of it, and it's pretty close, man. You're catching bugs, you're fishing, you're hanging out. It's cozy vibes, and the big differentiator is there's this. It's split into two. There's a kind of Japanese village area that you spend most of the game in, but then you can go to the coal town, the titular coal town.
Oh.
And and you go to the coal town and you can't do any of that stuff. There's like no real bugs there. There's no fishing there. Instead, you're doing like side quests for characters. And in that way, it's quite a bit different. But there's still plenty of that cozy like life sim stuff. Like if you're looking for that, it's still in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I would still recommend it. Like if people liked that first Shin-Chan game, you should play it. It's good. Good stuff.
Never played it. I'm glad you streamed it though.
Yeah, I had fun. I want to play more. But the big one, the biggest game that I've been playing that I really want to stop and talk about for a minute, Sean. I'm excited. I'm fired up about this.
Oh, just like our boy. Pretty fired up about it, man.
Just like our boy Darth Vader.
Darth Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi. Yep.
Real fired up about it. Mission in Snowdriftland. Okay.
Okay.
This game.
What?
Listen.
Yeah. What is it called? Mission
in Snowdriftland. Okay.
Okay.
This game came out in I think 2005. Okay, it was a Flash game.
All right.
That was commissioned by Nintendo from these WiiWare developers who had made a game on WiiWare called Chick Chick Boom.
Yep.
And anyway, Nintendo commissioned them to make this like 2D platformer, and the whole like idea behind it was it's an advent calendar video game. So every day you get a new level unlocked that you go in and play. You play as this cute little snowman character, and it's like a really good 2D platformer with like gorgeous pixel art, great music. And I played this when it came out, like, you know, I'm like a teenager, you know, in high school or whatever, and never really thought twice about it. It got years ago re-released, like they got the rights back from Nintendo and they re-released it on Steam years ago. And they've been adding content. It's just two dudes who made this game.
Just like us.
And just like us, just two guys.
Two dudes.
And they completely remastered the game. They've been adding content to it over the past few years. They've added like new mini bosses, speedrun timer, and stuff like this. And now it's coming out on Switch finally.
Nice.
I think it comes out like tomorrow on Switch. And it's great. Like I 100%ed it back when it came out on PC. I've been talking to the developers, and they gave us a code for the Switch version. I've been playing that. I 100%ed it again. It's a fantastic little game. And like I just love that it's a little piece of Nintendo history that like nobody knows about. And I just love that people are going to get to play it on their Switch now, man. It's just really good. And I like it a lot. So, yeah. Mission in Snowdriftland.
I'm gonna go wish list it on Steam here. Very nice.
Yeah, I bet I bet I could pull some strings for you, Sean.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I can listen. Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. Justin Trudeau. He's gonna take away taxes on video games after December 14th or something. So
you're gonna go hog wild, dude.
Oh my goodness, you guys, it's gonna be bonkers. I keep getting these emails from the credit card company. You're pre-approved, man. I'm like, I might take you up on that.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Probably not. I probably won't do that. That's not a good idea.
Well, you know what it is? Like you just got yourself out of like debt and everything, and they're like, hang on. Have you considered going back into debt?
Go back in. Yeah, because that felt great to get out of it. Yeah. You know?
What about this?
What if I'm just constantly going back in just to get out again?
Yeah. Yeah,
kind of like, you know, I haven't smoked a cigar since Extra Life. Feels great to quit smoking again. Feels great.
Kind of does.
Yeah.
Like I felt like just, you know, garbage when I got home. But coming off of it, I felt really good.
I feel so healthy. I just got back a whole bunch of years on my life.
I feel like $1 million.
Yeah, man. So healthy.
Every now and then just blaze up and, you know,
Ever
recover.
Since Extra Life, I've been reducing my risk of heart attack and stroke. You know?
I feel great.
I feel awesome.
Anyway, everybody should play Mission in Snowdriftland. Y'all play that.
That's right.
Can I tell you though, Sean? You might like this. This is a little bit of what I will be playing.
Yes, okay? My favorite segment on the show. Not what have we been playing, but what will we be playing. Oh, I love it.
So I did pick up there are a lot of deals going on right now.
Yes, sir.
Black Friday and stuff. I do not normally partake in this sort of thing. I'm usually pretty disciplined with this. Mm-hmm. But there have been a couple of deals that were too good for me to ignore.
You can't afford not to buy these things. The deals are so good. Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, are we shifting over into eShop land here?
So I'll just shout out a few things that I've picked up over the past couple days.
Oh, give it to me. Yes.
I went on my wish list, and like, dude, the sale on the eShop is so crazy right now. Like, probably 70% of my wish list is on sale. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. I picked up a game that I've had wishlisted for a long time called Wild Frost. Have you ever heard of Wild Frost?
Nope.
It's it's like a deck building, like roguelike sort of thing. I've wanted to play it for forever. Tom Francis, independent developer that I like a lot, has been singing its praises. He's been posting his dailies on it. And I'm like, I've got to get this. And so I wishlisted it, and it's on sale for whatever, like 30%.
30% off. Yep.
Yeah. So I picked that up, and I'm really excited to dig into this. It's got this kind of like Viking aesthetic to it, but like some of the cool like strategies and setups that you can have for it are really fun. I like the art style a lot. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to digging into that. That's every now and then I like a game like this, like a strategy kind of thing. I dig this every so often.
This is a game I probably could say this sort of thing more often, but especially when I look at this, I wish it had an instruction booklet. I wish it came as a physical. I wish I had an because the artwork on this is so great. I just want to sit there and learn how to draw like that, like I used to when I was a kid and life was joyful.
Well, the cool thing about this game too is one of the hooks of it is you get this like party together like an RPG or whatever, and you get through it. If you manage to clear a run, the final boss of the next run is your party from the run that you cleared it with. So they turn your like winning party into a boss, which is really cool. Yeah. So cool
game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this. I just picked it up. Okay. So that's one. I talked about this a little bit last. That's one.
Yep.
I talked about this a little bit last week, but I picked up Natsuman, which is the other game from Kazeyabe, actually, who made that first Shin-Chan game. And I got the like double pack. It's like the game and the DLC. There it is. Yeah,
the
Summer Kids
20th
Sunset
Century.
Bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's it.
50% off.
50% off. Grabbed that. I'm looking forward to playing that. It's kind of like an open world, a short hike-ish, but like it's in like kind of, rural Japan and stuff. And yeah, there's fishing and, you can climb trees. You have a little glider like Zelda or something. And yeah, you get to be a little kid in like the summer in Japan. And I'm looking forward to it.
What a screenshot they chose to share here. Just two characters kind of looking at each other, and the one says, "Hi, welcome."
Really just illustrates, with great detail the kind of game it is.
It's like, wow, you're really selling me on this one.
Yeah, it's a great screenshot.
Yeah, good one. You could have chosen anything.
Now they're doing that. Now that is, they're doing the morning stretch routine that they do in Japan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So, yeah,
nice.
I'm looking forward to digging into that. That'll be fun. That'll be a good, cozy kind of game. That's a Locklith game right there.
Nice.
So she'll bring it up, and everybody will act like they heard it for the first time when she does. So there's that. So this other one that I picked up, this is a bigger purchase, not on Nintendo Switch. Oh. So yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry, it was a little deflating.
Let's close that window. Then. Guess we're done with the eShop then.
Well, we can go back to it. I have other games that I'd like to pick up. But,
okay. Well, we also have questions. We probably should.
We should get to them. Yeah. But I grabbed the deluxe edition of Alan Wake 2.
Oh yeah, what a fun game!
Sean's favorite, Alan's Sleep.
Alan's Sleep.
I love Alan Wake, and I've not played Alan Wake 2 yet, and I've wanted to, and it was one of those things where I'm like, I'm not in any rush. I'd barely ever play my PS5, but I couldn't pass it up, man. It was so cheap. It was half off to get it and the DLC, and like they've come out with a ton of DLC.
The DLC is pretty good, I hear.
Like, yeah, that's what I hear too. And like, yeah, Jose in the chat says that he got that too, but I'm wanting to play Control first again.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, and I love Control. Like, I love Remedy's games, and it's one of those things. I'm shocked that I have waited this long to play it, but now it's like I might as well get it for cheap, Yeah. So it was $40 to get the game and the DLC. So it's like, yeah, dude,
$40, little man.
Yeah, put that.
You got it.
I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are some of the games that I've been getting on sale there, Sean.
I love it. I feel like I want to like reciprocate by not the games I am buying on sale, but the games I would I would be buying on sale
if you were able to.
A lot of good deals out here, man. Pretty good stuff. Nice.
There's a lot. There's like thousands of games on sale on the eShop.
There really is 4,131.
Holy crap! Yeah.
What if we sorted this eShop low to high? This isn't going to take long, everybody. But if you were to do that, if you filter and sort the deals low price to high price, coming in at 99% off, 1 cent to purchase Dot Cat Milk.
Oh, I've heard of Dot Cat Milk. Who was it, though, talked about that?
Well, you probably heard it on this very show, the Nintendo Drive, because I have purchased this game.
Was it you?
In the past, and this explains, everybody, why I had to be stopped. This actually, I'm glad it came up. This is exactly why I needed to be stopped. I spent real money on this. Okay, not a lot of real money, but an actual like adult transaction occurred with a credit card that I acquired because I'm a human adult. And I bought this game with this. This game sucks, but you play as a cute little cat. I'm not even talking about it. Screw that. I'm not giving this game any...
Don't give it the energy.
Absolutely not. But it is getting, top billing as a 1 penny transaction.
1 penny? Is it not worth a penny?
I mean, maybe for the lulz, I guess. Like
for the meme?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't want to encourage this kind of nonsense because it's like it's a tactic. It's like it's this garbage. What do you call it? Like the shovelware. Yeah, that
it got it on the.
It plays with the algorithm and it shoots it up to like the #1 selling thing. So that when the sale comes off, it's a whole. I hate it. I don't like it. So we'll edit this out of the show. Surely.
Surely.
We definitely do that. Yeah.
It was, I think you talked about that. And what was it? The game that Kato really hated, like Bee Simulator or whatever?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Was that the one she really hated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
One of the classic moments when Kato was on the show, she was telling me about this game. I think it was called like Roar. It was like this, dinosaur game. You play like almost like a T-Rex and you go destroy city and stuff. And she was talking about it like kind of positively. And I remember this is back when I used to do the show in the car and I would get McDonald's on the drive home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And listening back to the episode, I clearly missed the part where she said that her son was the one playing this game and was enjoying this game. It's like, because it's clearly was made for like small children.
You thought she was just way into it.
Yeah, I went home, I excitedly went and bought this game. And yeah, this again, reasons I had to be stopped because I was just buying anything, man. So
hell yeah.
Like my library is a mess. Like my Switch library is a disaster. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, the sale culture is crazy too. 'Cause like I know a developer who has their game just perpetually on sale. Like it's never not on sale because you have so much more like chance of discoverability of somebody going to the great deals section and maybe seeing it.
Yep.
It's like it sucks. It's crazy. And there's no like moderation of it at all. No. There's all kinds of shovelware junk on there.
Totally.
Yeah. Impossible to stand out. Yeah, it's bad.
I'm still scrolling through here, but
then you go to Steam, forget about it.
Nothing really catching my... Sorting by price is not where you're going to find the greatest deals.
The gems.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But maybe you will. Maybe you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say it because I don't know anything about these games. I don't know anything about Giant Wishes. I don't know anything about Fluffy Milo. A lot of cat games.
Fluffy Milo.
Fluffy Milo. Yeah, this is another cat game. It looks like. It's 55% off, coming in at $2.69 Canadian.
All right.
Just a fat old cat sitting on a deserted island, eating well up there, I guess. We got a nice little trailer. Here's Fluffy Milo.
Okay, I can watch a trailer for Fluffy Milo.
What is it?
My friend Ira. Oh, it's like a Sokoban game, it looks like. Yeah, it is. Wow.
Not what I was expecting. Okay.
Nope, me either.
Okay, what are we doing? Oh, man.
My friend Ira had a cat named Milo, and we had a recurring joke where he'd be like, "This is Milo, not Seth Slow. Milo." They're just
I get it. Mine, got it. People should listen to the PlayStation Drive this week. They did an excellent job talking about Black Friday sales and what you should be paying attention to. That was really
a little more
good.
structured.
Yeah, absolutely not. We jump on the eShop every 6 or 7 months or so. We pronounce J's soft J's.
Around.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then, though, you will come across a game that goes on sale for, we talked about it, right? Like, was it last week or the week before? Lockleth's like, I got Inside for, $2 or whatever.
Totally.
And it's like, sometimes, like, you do, like, there's some of these games that do get that cheap,
Yep.
So you never know, man. You do just need to put in the legwork, I guess.
I love doing this legwork. This is all I want to do. I'd much rather be doing this than scrolling on Twitter. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's true.
This is great.
Yeah.
Pick a jewel match.
I like a good jewel match.
Yeah, Slap the Rocks for $2.69.
Not Slap the Rocks.
Yeah.
I hope that's a motion control game. Like, I hope that you have to, like, physically slap the rocks.
I'm way past it now. I've kept scrolling ever since. We're on to Cake Invaders at this point, Seth.
Oh,
Still in at the $2.69 segment of this list. Yes. Yep.
Holy crap. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, we got alarm clock in here. AAA clock, I should say. Okay.
Classic.
Do we have questions? I can keep. I'll try to find something worthwhile, but it ain't happening fast. I'll tell you that much.
We have a couple of questions here this week. Nothing
I love
too
questions.
Crazy. But let's get into it. We do have a couple questions to get into. The first one comes to us from Quaggy, who says, "It is I, the Quaggy, king of the Xenobabes. Which game are you most thankful for in 2024?" And I love this, Quaggy says, "That question again is, which game are you most thankful for in 2024?
He gets it. He listens.
He repeated the question for us. So thank you for doing that, Quaggy.
Yes.
Oh man, this is a funny one because like I don't know where your head goes, but like the sentimental side of me wants to say Xenoblade 3. You know, like in terms of what it's meant to the community, what it meant for Extra Life. Quaggy obviously a big part of that. So like the sentimental, like sappy, like the right answer for me is Xenoblade 3. But it's like it almost feels a little too obvious.
Too
I feel
easy.
like I should it's too easy.
Dig a little deeper.
I feel like I should dig a little deeper.
Yeah. I'll give you one, and
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not meaning to speak on behalf of anybody who isn't here, but I will say like Celeste had a moment this year.
It did. Yeah.
Celeste had a nice moment, and for me, like it just. I knew that I loved Celeste already. This was like me going back and playing a game that I knew that I liked, and I ended up appreciating it even more. And I remember, trying to remember exactly. I was trying to load up when I actually played that. I've got a nice little spreadsheet going on, but it was about to crash my computer, so I closed it. I want to say this was happening. I was playing that game right around a very tricky time in my life. This year is ending quite a bit better than it started. I'll tell you that much. Knock on wood. And I remember like playing that, and it's like, the themes of that game really, really just hit, and the design of it and everything else, just the fact that it's a AAA amazing game. And I started to have like, it kicked me off on like having a bunch of appreciation for like this class of indie games that I just think are like basically 10 out of 10, you know, that happened within the 2010s. Like Hollow Knight is in there, I would say, like Ori and the Blind Forest, and there's a number of others that are just excellent games. And this was one of them. Celeste was good. And I alluded to, like, Amanda played Celeste. She wasn't going to, and she didn't think she could, like, get to the end of it. And she totally crushed it. It was so cool. So there's a lot of games equally that I am thankful for. Nothing stands out.
Of course.
Except for this one that I'm pointing out in this moment. I think I'll go Celeste. Yeah, man. There's a couple, though. There's a couple that come to mind. For sure.
Yeah, like I feel like I like to have what you're describing, like those kinds of like personal stories and moments with games, but like this year I feel like I got hit really strongly by a few games, but not necessarily because of anything that was happening in my personal life. I will say that this is something that maybe has kind of like bloomed over the course of the year. When I played 1,000 Times Resist in May, I was like, that's my game of the year.
Really?
I knew it pretty much straight away. Like that became the game to beat for me, was 1,000 Times Resist, and that came out in May. And played through that game. It totally blew my mind. I wept my way through it. I think it's just I think it's the best like narrative, like,
come on, really?
Kind of. Yeah, in terms of like games that are like their focus is story,
Yep.
You know, I'm thinking of Gone Home, Firewatch, like that sort of thing.
Okay.
Where like the story is the focus and not necessarily the gameplay. When it comes to that, 1000 Times Resist is the best I've ever experienced.
Wow.
And so it became my game of the year pretty much right away, and it became the game to beat. And I was like, okay, like let's progress through the year. And I'm not ready to like crown it just yet because, you know, it came out so early in the year. It came out in May. And as the years progressed, I've kind of been measuring up everything to it. I'm like, no, this isn't as good as this didn't hit me as hard. And, you know, and I like certain things about other games more, but nothing is quite this. And then as we approach the end of the year, and ironically, Nagachaka is the other question we have this week, and it is about 1000 Times Resist. So this is maybe me just answering Nagachaka's question here too. But as we get to the end of the year, I'm hearing a lot of people talk about it again, which is nice because, and a lot of it is in response to the fact that it was like snubbed at the Game Awards. It was nominated for nothing at the Game Awards, which is a total shame. And it's incredible. And like, it's the new Backtrackers game, for this month. I think December like 14th, I think is the meetup.
I'm going to be there because breaking news, Nagachaka and I found a new loophole very late in the year. We found a new loophole. We are allowed to, because we've always been allowed to receive gifts. So he gifted me this game. And, you know, what if I were to gift him a game at some point?
What if?
What if I did? You know, I don't want to make it that obvious, of course. So I will be playing this game. This is what I will be playing. And I will be joining the Backtrackers, which is it's not a podcast. It's just a sweet hang. It's a channel in our Discord. It's free to join. People should do it. This has the potential to be the biggest one yet. Actually.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Well, and that's part of why I would say that I'm thankful for it. Is I'm thankful that I've kind of had like this journey with it kind of quietly over the year.
Okay.
That I feel like, you know, again, like I played it and had this kind of almost singular experience. Nobody else I knew was playing it at the time that I played it.
I think Lachlan played it.
Yeah. Well, if not, she'll come back and yeah. But I had this experience and I really loved it, but I felt like I didn't have a way to like really celebrate it and like express it the way that I wanted to, because I felt like I was just kind of screaming in the void about it. But now that more people are talking about it, I feel like I have more of like a platform of like yes, like finally we're all experiencing this, you know, and I'm excited for you to play it because it has one thing that I know that you love, and that's a great premise.
I love a good premise. Yes, give me a shirt. Yes. I love a good premise, and I'll wear that shirt.
A good setup to the story. And I think you're really gonna like that aspect. Like I said, I don't think that the gameplay of it's gonna be for everybody because it is, you know, genre-wise, you would probably call it a walking sim. But the story, like the themes and everything it tells, like it is best in class as far as I'm concerned.
Damn.
And I had the chance just recently, just a couple days ago, I got to interview the creative director of the game for the next episode of the Koopa Cast, and just to hear like what those people were thinking when they made the game, the influences that went into it, the design decisions that went into it, like it's so special, man. And just the way that the kind of story of that game, and then you know, of course, another kind of nice thing about this game is it is getting recognition with the Indie Game Awards, which I want to shout out. They're doing an incredible job over there. The 6-1 Indie team largely makes up that whole outfit over there, but it's also got this huge panel of judges from, you know, all these other places. It's going to be broadcast on IGN,
hell yeah,
which is crazy. Rules. And so they are kind of like stepping up. Like it's like, hey, like if you're mad about whatever this, you know, this game or that game being snubbed at the Game Awards, well, you know, 1000 Times Resist is nominated for I think like 4 categories in the Indie Game Awards. You know, so it's cool. Like they're making the show that they want to exist. You know,
love that.
And they work so hard on that stuff, and I have nothing but respect for those guys. So it's just because of that and everything swirling around it, I'm thankful that game has had the chance to like bloom over the course of the year. So
I love it, man. Nice.
Yarden asks in the chat, were you anticipating this game or did you stumble across it when it released? The way I found out about the game,
told him about it. I thought
it was because of Lockleth.
Lockleth played it first, of course.
The way I found out about it actually was from another independent developer that I know named Greg Lobanov, who made like Wander Song and Chicory. I was talking to him and he had played it pre-release because he lives in Vancouver where it's a Canadian-made game, Sean.
Look at that.
There you go.
Yeah, that's us.
They're Sunset Visitor, the developers of 1000 Times Resist, are also in Vancouver. And anyway, Greg had played it like in pre-release. There's a little like coalition of like indie game devs in Vancouver that all kind of know each other.
The coalition is also in Vancouver.
Is it really?
They make gears. Yeah, they make gears.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was unintentional.
That was nice. Yeah, good job.
That worked out. But yeah, so they they play each other's games and so Greg told me about it and that's how I found out about it.
Very cool.
And yeah, it rules. It's by far my favorite game that's released this year, and I'm really glad that everybody is playing it now. So
love that.
Yeah, man.
Can I add a game? Can I add a game to the thankfulness? It also had a MOM and certainly was discovered by Lockleth first.
I know you're going to this.
The Exit 8. I'm so thankful for that game, man.
Me too.
What a weird, out of nowhere game. It's definitely not one that I was like, can't wait to play that. It's on my radar. I'm totally anticipating this one. Like,
I just got like a code randomly for it. I'd never heard of it before.
Dude, it was a perfect carpool gaming kind of thing. I loved it very much. I love that we got to do some speed. Like we turned it into a speed running game.
That was so fun, dude.
Exit 8 it's very cool. It's a very good game. I love that we all got to play it.
Platform 8, I think, just came out on Switch.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah. I'm looking now. I think it like either is or it just came out like yesterday, the 27th. It came out yesterday.
Nice.
On Switch. I got to grab that. Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen you play like the full thing, but I still want to get it on Switch.
I've got a bunch more, but like I'm kind of getting into like game of the year stuff. Like I had games that I really enjoyed playing with my daughter that I'm thankful for that, for sure. But yeah. As it turns out, like some of my favorite games this year will probably be ones that I had like kind of just special moments around, you know? Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, it's funny too, and I'm sure we'll talk about this more with like some end of the year stuff too, but I was kind of thinking of like stuff that I like how do I quantify what counts, as like game of the year and stuff, and that's probably an interesting like challenge for you when you're talking about games in 2015, or whatever. But I'm like, does Splatoon 3 side order count? Like for my personal, but like it's like, yeah, I think I do, and it's like, oh, can y'all hear that? Somebody's partying outside my apartment. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Boonch, boonch, boonch. Nice.
Yeah, can y'all hear that? Little Thanksgiving partying happening.
I don't think so.
It's probably gonna.
I'm like turning my ear to my microphone as if that's gonna help me hear.
They say I heard the bass for sure. Yeah, somebody was partying up there, dude. Anyway, it's the kind of thing that like. I was thinking to myself, do I count this? Is this like, one of my favorite games of the year? And it's like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess it is. It's DLC, but like, I guess so, right?
Oh, don't say that. You're going to upset the internet. Don't.
Shadow of the Erdtree counts, then.
Don't even. Look, we're not the Game Awards, all right? We're not calling ourselves the Game Awards.
We'll do our own thing. Damn it.
That's right. As we always do.
We always do, just like Lockleth says.
Yep.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, Nagachaka did leave a question saying, which game should Sean be playing right now and why is it 1000 Times Resist, which is also our Backtrackers game for the month. Yeah. I think we kind of talked about that. It is that game,
and he bought it for me. I haven't redeemed it yet because I kind of feel gross about it, to be honest with you.
Oh, really? Do you?
I haven't redeemed the gifts. I kind of just... it's very nice, but this is not why I did this thing. Like, I've had a lot of people, like, it's been very sweet. Like, buy other people games, y'all. It's all good.
Well... You should play it.
Or I'll start a Throne account. I don't know. I just learned about Throne over the weekend, and that's pretty great. Maybe I'll start one of those.
That was so funny, man.
That was great. That's what we should be doing. Hang on a second. I've been meaning to... it should have been in housekeeping. I'm sorry, guys. Throne.com/Lockleth.
She's going to hate this so much.
I don't care, Lockleth. We're doing the damn thing. I'm putting the...
Should have been
I'm going to put the link in the notes here. Look, we're going to get Lachlan an Xbox, you guys. We're 61% of the way there. We can get her there. This is a website called Throne. It's really cool. Yeah, we got her pretty, well on the way. Let's just close the gap here. We'd love for Lachlan to have a Series S. It's a black 1 terabyte Series S. Throne is a platform where creators can safely put things that they would, enjoy having. It allows fans and listeners and audience members, community members to send gifts without forcing the creator to put up their PO box or their address or anything gross like that. So it's a really cool platform, and I think that this is really great. I myself have made a contribution, so feel free to join me in helping Lachlan get over the hump and get to the Xbox Series S. I don't care if she hates us, whatever.
She's gonna hate it. She'll be upset, but that's all right.
She's gonna have an Xbox, and
she gets upset about a lot of things.
Well, this is all right. Damn.
She'll be okay. She'll get over it. She'll
get over it. Yeah.
Yeah. She'll be all right.
So enjoy.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Enjoy. That would be cool to see. I mean, she, it was a really funny sequence of events because we did find this out when she was like,
because we did bully her into it.
It was in the middle of us watching Star Wars in the Discord. This all went down, and it was funny because this came up, and I do just want to say she resisted, she protested. She did still make the listing. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying.
I wouldn't have stopped. I would have just kept on it. Yeah.
She's
I'm glad I did bully her into it. Yeah, good. I'm glad. Good.
I'm glad too. She should get
a bunch
one.
of people already. Yeah, a bunch of us have already contributed. So shout out to Lachlan.
61% of the way. Get her an Xbox. Get one of those in there and see how that goes.
That's right.
Make her an Xbox player.
Let's do it. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Sean.
Thanks.
Yeah. Should we?
That's her physical.
That is her physical. Yeah.
Yeah. Make Lachlan's physical appear in IRL. In IRL.
When she comes back, I want her first physical when she returns to just be her holding up an Xbox.
That'd be so awesome, dude. That would be so great.
That'll be as big as she is.
It is as big. I think it might be bigger. The Series S might be larger than Lachlan.
She can sit on it at her own little throne there.
That's
a little, yeah, that'd be pretty good. Little legs dangling off of the Series S.
It's the best.
Pretty good.
She's like a little elf on the shelf.
I would love a Lachlan elf on the shelf, a Lachlan version.
So funny, yes.
Oh man, somebody who's crafty. If you could take an elf on the shelf, I guess Lachlan could probably do it herself. Yeah,
pretty crafty.
But take needlepoint felt, some brown hair on it. And then just put, whatever, a little shirt on it and, one of Lachlan's little her little orange or blue hat or whatever the hell it is. And, put peach. That on there and her peach hat. And that'd be pretty good. Just, we could, mass produce them. People could just hide little Lachliths around their house.
I love this. I have a feeling Lachlan might listen to the show. And I just hope she's just been so uncomfortable this whole time.
Yeah.
I hope she is.
Well, I hope so too.
I also hope we get her an Xbox. That would be so cool.
Happy Thanksgiving, Lachlan. I hope you're nice and uncomfortable.
Hell yeah.
All right, Sean.
Seth,
would you allow me to thank our patrons?
I would love it. Please do.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that right now. Thank you all so much for your love and support over there on patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Thank you to our ultimate producers like Jonathan Brown, whose music can be found at linktree/pme.jib. Thank you to Cwaggy, who reminds you that the best babes are Xenobabes. And thank you to TechMike, who says whether you're Kevesi or Agnian, you're a Xenobabe at heart. We got links in the show notes. Please show your love and support to our ultimate producers. Thank you to our platinum producers, Smokin Joe, Solo, the Captain, and Tim Paullin, who, by the way, real quick pause in this patron thanks.
Yep. Quick pause.
Tim Paullin shared in the Discord. Join the Discord because you're missing out on all these great pictures.
Yep.
This incredible looking spiral sliced ham that he had for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Holy moly.
If that picture was an NFT, I would buy it so that I could eat it because I think that's what you can do with NFTs. You own it.
Print them
out. Do whatever you want with it.
Print them out and eat them, dude. Anyways,
Tasty.
thank you to our gold members: Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Hoppel, Jan 32, Lagerwoods 330, Old Mr. Frump, Patrice Millette, Payhey EP. We should say Payay. Payay,
dude, I almost said it. Yes. Oh, we're the same brain.
Payay EP, Shane Erickson, the Don Rob, and the Yiggy Collector. Thank you all so much
awful.
for your love and support on Patreon. You can get a 7-day free trial to that exclusive tier. We dare you. We dare you to try to get through all that content this holiday.
Yep.
All right? Take the Carpool Gaming Challenge. It's physically impossible to get through all that exclusive content.
Holy crap, we're a mess.
So thank you all so much. Patreon.com/carpoolgaming. We'll see you there.
Well done.
Oh,
nice
thank you,
job,
Sean.
Seth. You did great.
I appreciate that. Sean, before I ask you where people can find you, I want to tell y'all where you can find Locklith. You can find her Locklith on YouTube, Locklith TWT on Twitter or X. And you can also just search Locklith there on that old Blue Sky, and you'll find her. Or go to her card. Her card.
Yeah, Locklith is the only one with a card now. I think Fulia got rid of her card.
Did she? She got rid of the card?
She's got a .com now. She's got a full-blown .com.
Oh, wow. Fancy. And Amanda, of course, you can find twitch.tv/miles_of_Amanda. And Miles of Amanda on all the things as well. Yeah. And I think that's it. Sean, where can people find you, my friend?
I wanted to give 3 random numbers from one of Locklith's
one of them. Okay.
Switch IDs.
Okay.
309.
Okay. Good.
It's not the middle. It's not
309
in there. As for me, you can follow me on Blue Sky because screw the other place. At Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. I'm not joking, you guys.
I'm with you, dude.
I think I'm done. I think this is it, and it feels good. Feels good to be done with it. Every now and then I fire it back up, and I'm like, what am I doing here? You know,
I took it off my phone.
Ridiculous. I'm right behind you. Add me on Switch like so many of you already have. You're the coolest people in the world. Join the coolest people in the world by adding me SW687902366588, just like Eric Lindros. That number again, 687902366588. Add me on Pokemon TCG Pocket, 3148 6730 9659 5041. That number again is 3140-6730-9659-5041. For some reason, support us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Do all the cool things, but especially go to throne.com/Locklith. Let's get her an Xbox, man.
Get her that Xbox.
Get her that
Come
Xbox.
on, man.
Because when you contribute to throne.com/Locklith, we will clap and say your name. That's right.
Yes. That's right. Thank you all so much for getting Locklith that Xbox. As for me, you can find me on Blue Sky at $2 Hero. You can add me on your Nintendo Switch at SW411280613454, just like Eric Lindros. The number again.
It's not Eric Lindros. We made it twice as long. We made this bit twice as long.
That number again is SW411280613454, just like Eric Lindros. And as for Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, my friend ID is 2261861724315656. That number again is 2261861724315656. I would love to add you so that we can like wonder pick each other's stuff, and that's like about it. So
yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Sean.
Great show. Thank you, Seth. That was so much fun.
Fun show.
Yeah.
We'll be on the Nintendo Drive post show, which is another reason you should head over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming as well. And I guess we'll see you there.
I'm kind of scared of what's going to happen over there. I have no clue. I never really do.
No idea. Yeah. Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome Nintendo Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com. And you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all sorts of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive post show. Links to everything are in the description. See you next week!